This week, Static and NRS and MK1. What are we getting into?
Listen, all right. Let me get my notes ready because if I'm doing this off the top of my head, I might just go on forever. So, there was a tournament. It was brought to our attention by when we looked at Coach Steve's tweet there. It says pretty indifferent about all of this. The thing is, there's a clip of a Sindel who's doing what to many seem to be an infinite combo, so to speak. It looks like a little reset with an unblockable, and also it extends, and then she goes into fatal blow and takes the round off of it, and actually gets a match. This is apparently in the grand finals of a match.
This is grand finals. I think they said it was $5,000 up for grabs for this tournament. Yeah, Rips Arena. That was the tournament.
And apparently what happened is they banned the combo and wanted them to run the match over again. And according to Forever King's post or video, that player actually DQ'd himself in grands. So like that match didn't really happen. So one, viewers were out of a match, and two, that invalidates everybody who the person beat. You invalidates your whole tournament, to be honest. If you're gonna DQ the person, like imagine DQing Chris G because he's in too many games, he can't make it to the last grand final. You know what I'm saying?
Classic, yeah. The player themselves. Let's just be clear. The player themselves, they weren't DQ'd. They DQ'd themselves. So it's not like the tournament organizer DQ'd them.
Right.
As far as we know, this is what has been stated. Kind of have to confirm, but this is what, like you said, what Forever King stated in their research and figuring out what was going on. Yeah. So the combo was what is it? It was banned mid match as well, right? Like, so they were stating you can't do this. All right.
Apparently they spent 30 minutes. There's like in Coach's entire thread, like he's responding to a big thread from Rips Arena, and he's very transparent about opening up and saying, no, this is what happened. We went into a training mode and we tried to test it out for like a half hour. However, there are a lot of factors that I want to bring up in this clip. Okay, I don't know if I'm just taking a deep breath because I just have to. Yeah, it's a lot and it's hot, so bear with me if I start breathing like. Anyway,
Sindel's on the screen. It always takes his breath away.
So listen, yeah, right, or I'm just yelling out loud. To the point, Sindel is not good. Okay, she needs certain tools. That's not the point of this, though. Thing is, Jax is the problem here. Jax has a lot of tools here. Jax has the ground pound, which is unblockable. Sindel's forward 4 has so much hit stun. For instance, if you use it in the corner, it can go into Cyrax's green web. Like, it can't do that anywhere else in the screen, only in the corner. Now, with that being said, it has to have enough hit stun for her next move, the stomp, to actually hit. So then that's like one of her only launchers. So the thing is, now I can go to my notes so I don't rant the whole time. Sorry. So Sindel is not the only character I feel that can do this. Like she has a flight and a restand. Kung Lao has a restand that I don't know how safe it is or how long it can delay. I mean, look at Kitana. She might be able to have one because she's got like the whole like the flowing, like I can move after I hit you or something. I don't know. I haven't done that research, but I feel like any other character that can dodge the ground pound might be able to replicate it. I already talked about the ground pound. If anything, nerf the ground pound. Either it uses all the gauge or recovers slower. Like, do what you just did to Cyrax. Maybe a hot fix.
Yeah, but that could be fine. Like, to put it in perspective as well for people, this isn't it's so weird. It's like it's free, but it's not free. It's like this is a full resource situation as well. Like you need to use multiple bars, like all your bars for your assists.
Yes,
and fatal blow was also used in order to kind of complete a 80%, 100%, right?
Right. So I was actually going to go into it because of those that are listening. In the clip, she's flying. She has what? 25% health, maybe 20 because she can use fatal blow.
Yep.
She's flying in the corner. Garrus has the life lead. Shouldn't be going in. He has a tornado setup. Doesn't have to go in. He tries to whiff punish off of the flight thing, fails. He does an easy confirm into the scream and then uses a bar, uses the scream to reset on the floor, sets up an unblockable with Jax that you can't get out of. Somebody else's tweet says it's one frame in there that is just unblockable, that you just have to hold that. The Garrus didn't have meter to get out of the combo, and even if he did survive and she didn't have Fatal Blow, the combo, again, it's not a combo, it's like a reset. She didn't have enough to bring in Jax anyway. So for her to use Fatal Blow, that's
that was
kind of
cash
just
out.
using the damage.
That was cash out. That was straight cash out. Like, there's nothing.
So there's no reason for this to even be there. It was the perfect storm of all resources that she had.
Yeah. So
like, look, there's the reset.
So the reason we bring it up though is because it's like this is, I don't want to say this is drama, but it's just it's a question because it's an interesting conversation to have. I mean, because one of the first tweets I saw was like NRS players losing their minds over the idea of an unblockable setup happening, and Marvel players are like, so
yeah, right.
It's like okay, like that's nothing. It's nothing crazy. That's nothing. Like, it's not a bug, it's not a glitch. That's already been confirmed. It's neither of those things. So this isn't an exploit. This is how the game at this state right now on this patch, whatever it is, like 1.23 or whatever it is how it plays. So right. the discussion, it's like, once again, this is no shot at the tournament organizer and such, because this is how you learn, right? This is how you learn about these situations. I know the tournament organizer, they banned this from happening. They banned the actual, series itself, the combo and everything. Like, you can't do that. I'm like, okay, it's fine to go about it, but really, in my opinion, you should do it after the tournament because you technically have no power over that. Like, it's like, if it's an exploit, if it's a confirmed bug or exploit, which in the rules, as they, in the Twitter thread, there's a bunch of people reacting and talking about like, you don't have to worry about banning it. And even states like, oh, well, we state that no bugs or exploits are allowed. I'm like, well, it's not a bug or an exploit. Right. It's just how the game is. It is a full resource route that only works with this particular setup. And, you got hit, that's on you, right?
And you didn't have combo break.
You didn't have combo breaker. Like, you didn't have an answer. It's like, well, GG's, right? Checkmate. You're not going to get mad at someone for not having a drive meter and getting,
not even just that.
Stunned.
So mind you, Garrus also has a way out of combos if he has his meter charge, the sand charge,
the clocks, right?
Yeah. And I don't want to like crucify the player, but if you can, if you had the life lead and you didn't charge your sand stuff.
Yeah, this is a combination of different situations. Like, could it still been avoided? Yeah. Absolutely. So it's not really, it's not really a guarantee. It is you fucked up and you got hit. You should, you tough break next round, bro. Like,
in Marvel,
I was about to say, in Marvel, most players are just accept it. Some of them will just be like, start character select. All right, cool, I'm dead. Like, there's just no winning.
Either I got hit or I guessed wrong on the CAC.
Yeah, that's it. Like, so it's interesting for us because, I don't know, some, even have players like Snake Eyes chime in and go like, oh, they don't like the idea of, banning it. Because it's like, that feels like it's an old way of thinking when it comes to these games. So you should just be allowing stuff to happen. I mean, sure, the developers themselves at the end of the day will have the power to hotfix whatever, right? Jax's stuff, maybe it only is 1 bar now, so you only get 1 reset off of it, which is like, that's powerful, that's cool, but it works only in this, right? That's fine. But banning it outright and was kind of like kind of a weird reaction. But
apparently it wasn't grand finals, by the way.
It wasn't grand finals. Yeah.
Winter semis.
Yeah. Shout outs to Original Shinobi in the chat for clarifying that. Thank you, homie. But that kind of brings our the question of the week. This is the kind of discussion that we want for you guys. So Sindel has basically a hard to blockable is what it really is. Like, it's not an unblockable, it's a hard to blockable, right? Because there is a gap. It's very tight, so there's execution, right, that needs to be there. So she has this hard to blockable. Do you think it's something that should have been banned, or should it just be allowed to rock? Let it be until maybe NRS addresses it, and maybe they feel, if we see 2 to 3 tournaments or something like that, if we see a pattern here where this is all we're seeing by the time we hit grand finals, okay, maybe it's kind of potent. Right, maybe it might be a little too powerful, right? Where it kind of would, but maybe it's not, right? Maybe we'll find a defense for it. Maybe once you realize the player that's fighting against a Sindel, Jax, recognizes that situation could happen, it's like maybe they'll play differently now, right? And try to counterplay it, right? It's almost like it's supposed to be that way. But that's our question to you guys. Should you let it rock, or should it be banned or patched out?
You know what's really the worst? What? I just started picking Jax on like Thursday with Sindel. I literally did, and every time somebody finds something, I'm just like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna find some other character. I don't know who. I'll find it.
Yeah. So So let us know what you guys thought about it. If you guys think midstream it should have been banned, or should have just like waited till, you know, maybe make a announcement about it afterwards. Because once again, kind of the points that Static was bringing up, like, you know, that kind of invalidates, you know, the path, right? If they play, because honestly, we don't know. Did the player actually DQ themselves? If they DQ themselves, you know, are they like, bro, I can't even, you know, they don't even like it that I played this. Now I have to play a game again because maybe it's tech that, I don't want to say they developed, but they practiced it, right? They worked on it, and now they're technically getting punished for doing it. And it's like, bro, like, all right, fuck it, I don't want to play no more. Did you just cost somebody from, you know, continuing and playing in the community because of it? I know that seems super high, but it feels, you know, the direction that this has gone, that it could happen. Absolutely, some players could be like, bro, I'd be a little salty. I'd be like, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100. If it was me, and the tournament organizer was like, yo, listen, we need to run, I'd be like, no. I'd be like, I'm not running that back. I won that shit. I won that shit clean. Like, what you mean? And I would have at least maybe negotiated, like, okay, give me that match then. I won't do it again, but give me that match then. But, you know, that still would have,
let me win the match, we won't do it.
That still would have left a bad taste in my mouth about it. You know, my vocal folds would have been a little stressed out. I don't know so much about Sindel, but I know
you want me to use a different assist? All right, but give me that match.
Yeah, exactly. So
and then I switch to Sub-Zero and use the same thing. No, I'm kidding.
yeah. Back to the good old classic.